How's it going, everybody? BouseFeenux here, and today, at the time of this video anyway, we're taking a look at the top-selling game on Steam right now. This is Battlerite by Stunlock Studios. So, I saw this game rising in popularity, and I knew that I had to cover it for you guys, but before we get started, I want to thank Stunlock Studios personally for supporting my broke ass and sending me a copy of this game to check out. You guys are awesome. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, so before we go any further, I want to preface this whole overview thing by saying that I am terrible at games like this for now. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, as I'll be looking at this game from the perspective of someone who's totally fresh off the bus. So, what is Battlerite? Well, simply put, Battlerite is a fast-paced PvP arena brawler and spiritual successor to Bloodline Champions. Battlerite is currently in early access, but with the support it's getting right now, I don't think that will be the case for very long. Regardless of that, this is still a very fully featured game with tons of characters, maps, cosmetics, and all the other fun stuff that you'd expect from a game like this. If I had to distill down into a simple element what Battlerite really is, I'd say that it's basically what you'd get if Hotline Miami made sweet, sweet love with League of Legends and this was the child they produced. Now, despite the way it looks, don't confuse Battlerite with a MOBA or anything else in that similar genre. It's kind of in its own genre of PvP arena brawler, which is similar in some aspects, but altogether different. For starters, you control your character with WASD keys, and aiming is done with the mouse. This game heavily emphasizes skill-based gameplay. Shots are precision-based, and a lot of your success will depend on your reaction time as you respond to enemy attacks. This is almost like a fighting game in the way that you have to zone out your opponents and react to their moves, which this, among other things, hints at there being plenty of depth. Additionally, there's no towers to destroy or creep to farm. You pick a character, and you know what that character is going to do. As I said earlier, there's already quite the cast of characters, and more are being planned in the future. Additionally, the characters are divided into 3 categories, which are melee, support, and ranged. Each character has a whopping 7 abilities, plus 2 EX skills for a total of 9 abilities. I don't know about you guys, but this is still by far the hardest thing for me to get used to. I mean, call me casual, but I'm more so used to the 5 or so abilities from Paragon, or the 4 or so abilities from Overwatch. Having to learn 9 different abilities that all synergize together in a fast-paced environment is proving, at least for me, the biggest challenge of this game. And speaking of the game in general, on the surface it's pretty simple. Matches are composed of either 2v2 or 3v3, and the first team to wipe out the other 3 times is the victor. If you're good at this game, or just really bad at it like I am, the matches are over very quickly. Nothing here has been drawn out as far as I can tell. Additionally, there's no hero switching in Battlerite, which is something that I've been seriously enjoying in games like this lately. You simply pick your character before you get into matchmaking, and you're good to go. Now, with the absence of hero switching, you'd think it would be pretty easy to get countered, but after each round, you can choose what's called a Battlerite to sort of customize your character based on the situation you're in and augment your abilities a little bit. Essentially, as a whole, Battlerite is more about skill in how you play your character than it is about rock, paper, scissors countering, which is very refreshing. So what are my final thoughts on this game so far? Overall, I'm in love with Battlerite. It's fun, fast, and frenetic. It's also deeply skill-based, and as a newcomer to the genre, it's proven to be extremely challenging to me, and as someone who loves learning new things, I've been all for it. I do definitely think some improvements can be made on the matchmaking side of things, though. For example, in my placement matches, I was consistently being thrown in with players that were way higher level than I was. Now, I'm not sure how the ranking system in this game works, but I do know that neither me nor anyone on my team stood a chance in some of these scenarios. Like, seriously, we couldn't even put a dent in those guys, and it was super frustrating. Now, I feel that someone new to Battlerite and the genre in general would be massively turned off from this game if they came in and this was what their experience was. I mean, after a few rounds, it was very apparent to me that Battlerite has a very high skill ceiling. That being said, though, it is a really fun game, and I think it's worth it to put the time in it to be good at it. But that's gonna do it for me today, folks, as we take a look at Battlerite by Stunlock Studios. Again, I want to thank Stunlock for providing me with a copy of this game, and real quick, I wanted to let you guys know that if you're interested in playing Battlerite, you can support its early access on Steam. Additionally, if you'd like to see more of Battlerite in a follow-up video, let me know in the comments. I'm really digging it, and I think once I get good, it'd be fun to make some more content based around this game. Lastly, if you enjoyed this video, or, you just found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like down below because it's super helpful, and of course, if you're new here, consider subscribing for more game overviews, clickbait list videos, and terrible Let's Plays. Until next time, though, I'm BouseFeenux, I'll see you at the next video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.